Hey guys, it's Josh here. So today I just got my new delivery from Scyrox, and this one is a Scyrox V6 mouse. I'm going to unbox it and try it. Currently I'm using the Razer Viper V3 Pro, but I wanted to try that to see if the mouse is going to be better for my gaming. This is how I hold my mouse. I hold it like this. So I'm not sure how to call a grip like this. I think it's something like a claw grip. Anyway, I'm going to try it because I actually feel that I'm always having issue, like I'm not sure how do I grip this one. So I wanted to try like the mouse and see if it's going to help me feels better when holding my mouse, and especially for a long session of gaming. So this one is, I think is about 40 gram compared to this mouse. I think it's about 55 or 56 gram. So we are going to unbox this real quick. So this is the anti-slip sticker that comes with the mouse. I think it's a free gift. Okay, so right off the bat I can feel this is a very light mouse. You can actually feel the difference. This one is much more lighter. It's like a shell, an empty shell. And I actually like how it feels on the first touch. Because I use a mouse shape, I think it's the G Pro Super Light version 1 in previous. So I think this one is actually closer to that shape. And I actually like how it feels when I using the Super Light version 1. There should be a cable inside. So this one is a cable for the high polling rate, and there's some replacement sticker, I think. Okay, so I'm going to use it for about a week, then I will get back to the next part of the video. So after a week of using my Scyrox V6 mouse, I want to share my impression with this mouse. So the first thing is, when I switch to this mouse, I can immediately notice the weight difference. This one I weighed it out, is about 43 gram compared to my Viper V3 Pro, which is about 54 grams. So there's about a 10-11 gram difference there. And the next thing I notice is the coating is less slippery, so I can get like immediate grip without needing to play games for a while and have my hand moisture to help me with the grip like my V3 Pro. It has some heavier clicks, so the switch is actually like you need a bit more finger force compared to my previous mouse to click, which can be a good thing for control, because when I'm playing games sometimes I misclick the right click button, because when I play with the Viper V3 Pro in FPS games, sometimes I can misclick the right click button, especially when I hold the angle for long. This one actually happened less on the Scyrox V6. So one major issue that came out after using the mouse for a week is this mouse is actually about 2 to 3 centimeters shorter than the Viper V3, which caused some instability because there's a palm gap for my hand. My hand is about 18 cm long from the wrist to the tip of my middle finger. This means that I have to use more force, especially on my little finger, to hold on the mouse. So after long hours of gaming with this mouse, the tension kinda built up, and that I can have some pain on my little finger and the entire muscle that control the little finger here, which is kind of annoying, and makes me want to stop playing game because of the pain. So this can be a huge issue if you have a hand that's about 18 centimeters or larger, and if you grip the mouse like this. When in games like FPS games, I noticed that I whiff a lot more with this mouse than my Viper V3. So I can have more shaky aim because my back palm isn't giving the stability it needs for aiming. I think the Scyrox V6 used the PixArt PAW3950 sensor, same in many China-made mouse like the Lamzu Maya. I think it's a solid sensor. For the software wise, I think the interface are simple, but it lacks some explanation for terms like motion sync, high speed mode, or the ripple control, angle snapping, or the LOD. So you have to Google to know what that means, and basically the motion sync high speed mode, ripple control and angle snapping is kind of like algorithm trying to like smooth out your aim, which is something that I would definitely turn off if I want to develop like the right muscle memory. And the LOD is like how much do you leave off the mouse so that it stops tracking. So here's the pros and cons. So this mouse is extremely lightweight for about 43 grams, and it's a full shell. There's no hole in the shell, and it has a good coating and grip feel. It also has a good sensor, a proven sensor. Here's the cons. I think the shape is too short for medium or large hands, so there can be less stability because your palm may not be helping to stabilize the mouse. And the clicks are heavier, so that can be a good or bad thing, depends on your personal preference. So would I be continue using the mouse? For me, I don't think I will be using it because simply I think the mouse shape doesn't fit my hand, which create pains for my finger, which is not something that I want for a long term. So I think it's best to just try it out on a shop or something so it actually fits your hand. Anyway, that's my experience after a full week of use. If you found this helpful, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I will see you in the next review.